viewers, welcome back to the Noob Guide for Noobs, and this is Joust, and we are going to demonstrate the chariot boy called Apollo. He is ranged physical damage carry, so his items, which we will be discussing right now, will be all about that physical damage. Because he's a carry, he doesn't get defensive items except for, well, the combination items. Of course, if you combine power with some kind of, not recommended, with some kind of defense, then yeah, that's a decent item. This is just a bad item, but you can still get it. Anyhow, let's start with the actives. So actives that come to mind, Girdle of Might, especially Girdle of Inner Power. Yeah, it's at least seemingly a good item. It's not great because, well, normally they don't use it. Normally they will go for meditation, although that is not a very commonly used item. It is very commonly used on Apollo because of his ultimate. His ultimate takes up a lot of mana, and you basically get that back after you use the meditation. So what you do is you use your ultimate to get to the position you want to be, and then you use the meditation to refresh your mana if needed. And that is just a good combination. It allows you to fly across the map with your ultimate, helping out another lane, for example, and then immediately having that mana back to work for you. So Purification Beads, Blink, Aegis Amulet, those kind of items can save you from bad situations. Purification Beads not used a whole lot on him because he has his ultimate to get out of those nasty situations. Aegis, I guess, is reasonable. And then of course Creeping Curse if you want to be a little more aggressive about it. For the rest, yeah, there's not a lot that gets picked. So, well, these items, yeah, they're not for you. The meditation, as I said, kind of substitutes the shard anyway, but meditation is actually used. And teleporting towers, Hand of the Gods, and sprinters are not very often used on him. But they can work in certain situations with certain playstyles, so yeah, go for it if you want to. Starter item, there's only one option. Death Stall is your starter item. If you want to go for a starter item, that's the one you get. Yeah, this one's obviously for jungling, so you don't need it in lane. This is for supports, and this is for tanks, so yeah, unless you're having real trouble, or you think you're going to have real trouble in the lane, you don't go anything else. And if you think you are going to have real trouble in the lane, then a Mark of the Vanguard would be good. So the power items, this is where you live. This is what your items should look like. Heartseeker, that is definitely a yes. Titan's Bane in the later stage of the game. The Tabi, and especially the Warrior Tabi, is good. If you want to go for more of a caster role, the cooldown reduction might come in handy, but I don't see it being useful. Anyhow, Devourer's Gloves, yeah, definitely useful. And then Executioner if you want to go for more attacks per second. Deathbringer if you want to go for higher damage per attack. Same goes for Rage. Well, no, not the same goes for Rage. But Rage gives you both more damage per attack and more attacks per second. So that's also why it's a good item for you. Void Blade, of course, is excellent because of the penetration and the protection. So it's one of your few defensive items that you're allowed to get, basically. And then Lifesteal, yeah, we will get to that in a moment. For the rest, yeah, the items are not really your style, so you still need to choose a lifesteal item, obviously. Attack speed then, yeah, from the attack speed items, every one of these is good. Obviously, we have Rage, which does the most damage, Kinsblades, which does a lot of damage as well, and then Acid, for example, which also gives you penetration, so extra penetration, which is excellent. So attack speed definitely good on him, although not actually necessary because of the innate ability. On the other hand, you do get your innate ability more often if you have more attack speed, so that is kind of how that works. Lifesteal then. Lifesteal items really depend on what you want to go for. So Acid, yeah, it has extra penetration, so if you're having trouble with that, go for it. If you have someone physical in the lane, Soul Eater might be nice. If you're just going for your damage and your damage alone, then the Virus Glove would be your choice. And of course, if you have trouble with healers, then Brawler Speed Stick would be your item of choice. Kin's Blades for those guys that have heavy maximum health, so that are stacking health. Bloodforge if you're going low every now. Oh, sorry, that's not the one. Sorry, no. If you get multiple hits on targets and you just want the trades to go better. So basically, if you're having trouble trading with people, Essie is of course the one that gives you more lifesteal when you're low. So if you go low very often, then this might be your item. Combined of course with the physical penetration, it is a really good item. And then Eye of Retaliation, yeah, just don't. Never, ever, 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 ever. Penetration then, this is very important for you because you are a carry and people are going to build tanky against you if you're doing well. Titan's Bane, the Warrior Tabi for the extra penetration. Executioner if you want to, Jotun's Wrath not so much, but Void Blade is a definite yes. So you get a lot of penetration from this, plus this, plus this, plus this, but it also takes up 4 item slots, so you will need to go for, and then if you go for Assy as well, if you go for a Psy as well, that's 5 out of your 6 item slots. So your 6th one would then be, well, Deathbringer, because it's the only one that actually adds a whole lot of damage. So, obviously in the later stage of the game you can switch out Executioner for Rage, for example, both of them provide you with attack speed, and you don't need the little bit of extra penetration then, so you can go for the higher damage items. But you can also go for that earlier. It all depends on your playstyle, the game state, those kind of things. This is where you shouldn't shop, so really never. Unless you're having real trouble in the lane, or you're up in a 1 versus 2 lane, and then these items might still come in useful. Aura items, yeah, those are not for you. You are going to just be very selfish. That's why in the lower levels, carries are so popular. You can just build for yourself. You don't have to actually look at how other players are doing, what their playstyle is like, and things like that. No, you just go for Focused Void Blade. You go for all the power items, so Heart Seeker, Warrior Tabi, the Virus Gloves, all those very selfish items that make your damage the highest it can be. For the rest, there's not a whole lot to say about him. He's just someone that auto-attacks a whole lot and then uses his skills to kind of, well, finish the kills, I would say, or harass. And for the rest, it's not really that spectacular. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.